There is a notion from some of the old folk tales of Europe that each one of us is born with a wild twin. And this wild twin comes into the world when we do, and maybe we don't see it. And maybe it sneaks off and lives in the forests or the swamps. But always its life is living parallel to ours. And this wild twin is the aspect of us, the aspect of our lives that maybe we're not able to access, that maybe we don't use, that maybe we can't see or feel in this over civilized world. But as our lives go on, if we don't go out and find our wild twin, very often it will come and find us anyway, because it isn't possible ultimately for us to survive without it. This is a course which attempts to bring you back in touch with your wild twin, perhaps literally, and also artistically and creatively. This is a course which is based on a live course that Caroline and I have done a few times before in the west of Ireland. This time we're running it online, but it's more than your average, normal, typical online course. It involves a lot of real world stuff. It involves going out and digging into the woods and digging into the forest and the landscape around you, playing with real materials and partnering yourself with somebody else who will be on the course as well, and with us. So this is a course in which we hope that you and we will be using our writing, our art, our creative juices, our creative functions to re-access that wild side of ourselves and that non-human world, which for most of us, we don't have nearly enough access to, and which doesn't come into our creative work nearly enough. And Caroline is going to tell you a bit more about how that's actually practically going to happen.
So as well as all the writing and reading and meeting and talking and sharing exercises that Paul will be setting, I'll be giving you real material. So you'll receive in the post, if you join this course, a box of treasures that mainly I've dug myself from the earth, like this yellow ochre from Totnes in Devon, and from cherry tree gum that I picked with my nieces in South London, and oak galls, and we'll be turning these into ink and paints. I'll be showing you how to make cordage so that you can sew yourself books, like the sketchbook and writing book that I'm going to send you in the post. We'll be taking feathers from my local swans and geese. I live on a boat, this is where I am, and we'll be turning these into quills, pens to write with and draw with, and also brushes to paint with. It doesn't matter if you're a writer or an artist or a choreographer. We've had dramaturges, we've had dancers, we've had sculptors and painters, embroiderers. All kinds of creativity are welcome. But what's usually missing is the non-human aspect. And what's usually missing is seeing ourselves as part of nature, and it's not just some thing where you get resources. So on Wild Twins, we will be joining you back up with that lost wild part of yourself, and also joining you with other people so that you can really connect. It won't just be Zoom calls. There's all sorts of recorded materials, live meetings, one-to-ones with us over Zoom or Skype, if that's something that you want as well. So there will be 3 weeks of delving into story and into nature and into physical materials. And I just hope you'd like to join us, because I can't wait to share it with you again.
So this is a course which we think is unique, and as you've just heard, one of the things that's really unique about it is that we send you the materials with which you create your own creative palette, if you like, whether you're a writer or an artist or both, or indeed neither. You're going to be literally making the books, making the pens, making the ink that you will then use to create the work with us, with the other people on the course, and as Caroline said, actually maybe most importantly with the landscape itself, so that the wildness, the otherness of the non-human world, which is so often cut out of our lives, will literally be in your hands. You will literally be making the materials with which you will create. Now, this is a course that runs for, as Caroline said, about 3 weeks. Some recorded sessions, some live sessions, plenty of work and exercises in which you will be out in the landscape and you will be working with partners that we will put you together with from the course itself. It's open to everybody. It's important to say that as well. You don't need to be a professional writer or artist. In fact, it's probably better if you're not, but you can be a writer, you can be an artist, you can be neither, you can be both. It really doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is a willingness to open yourself up to rediscovering your wild twin wherever he or she has gone in the world, and bringing them back and reintegrating them into yourself and into your practice. So that is the Wild Twins course, starting on, is it the 25th of March? My dates are terrible. 25th of March.
No, it's the 25th of April.
25th of April. We're very organised. We're very organised. 25th of April. And as Caroline said, we hope that you will come and join us.
So looking forward to hearing from anyone. There are 2 bursaries available for people who feel that their funds might be a little bit beyond them. Please do get in touch. All the details will be on Weird School website, that the link is here, and I look forward to hearing from you. By the way, I accept no responsibility for getting you completely addicted to making natural cordage. This addiction is indeed part of the course, but as far as I know, it's completely harmless. Looking forward to meeting you. Bye-bye.
Bye.